Christmas is a tradition that families have celebrated for many generations, but it's certainly changed over the decades. Recently, I got to see what Christmas was like for one family during the Civil War. It was all during a tour of the historic Shriver's house in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. The director is Nancy Goodmestead, and she also gives Christmas tours. The house is decorated to reflect the early 1860s, complete with a small tree, presents, and a kitchen with food from that era. Nancy tells the story of the couple who lived there, George and Hetty Shriver, and their two young daughters. The house is also a museum, and the goal is to give the civilian point of view of life during the war that turned brother against brother.
When my husband and I moved here, we realized that nobody in town talked about the civilians. Everything was all about the soldiers that were here in the battle. Of course, that's important, but there's another side to the story. So we bought a house with the idea of telling the stories of all different families around town. In the middle of restoring it, though, we uncovered the story of the Shriver family who built the house. And it turns out they built the house and moved in just before Christmas in 1860. 4 months later, the Civil War begins.
Now, another thing I learned on the tour, stockings were still hung by the chimney with care in the 1860s, but something inside that you might not see today, an orange. And Nancy says it might have been the only one a child would receive all year.